What happens when Dick Grayson takes to the high seas to try and solve an ancient Blüdhaven conspiracy? Well, let's hop into the pages of Nightwing issue number 106 and find out what happens next together, shall we? So then, as we join the book, I'm very surprised to say we actually step back in time 2 whole years to when Dick Grayson was not Dick Grayson, but instead the amnesiac Rick Grayson. Wow, you know, if I had a nickel for every time this Tom Taylor run referenced that very controversial time in Nightwing history, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but still fascinating they did it twice, huh? Rick ends up running into a man from his days in the circus who gives him a very important package, something he meant to give him a long time ago, but couldn't because he was serving a jail sentence. Ricky Boy takes the package back to the Prodigal Bar and his friend B, a supporting character from that run. Rick doesn't exactly know what to do with the package or what it means for him at this point in history. So instead of opening it up, he decides that he'll stash it. B actually hooks him up with the Quartermaster, the representative of the Hold, aka that secret society of sailors and longshoremen who we were introduced to a couple arcs back. These guys are deeply tied to the history of Blüdhaven as an old whaling town, and this flashback actually perfectly explains why exactly Nightwing had a special vault with the Hold, even though he had never met them before right now. Now, back in the present, Nightwing is finally ready to investigate this strange yet unexplained connection to the Hold. As Garfield Logan the Beast Boy says, "Wait, you mean you had a connection to some sort of secret society of modern-day pirates and you're only now choosing to investigate it? Geez, your life must really be interesting." As it turns out, it's not just Nightwing who has an invested interest in the Hold and their secrets, as we are once again reintroduced to Heartless, the recurring mega-villain of this series. Heartless had actually been MIA after his big defeat at the end of the prison arc a few issues back. The Quartermaster steps on in to try and defend the Hold, but only ends up getting killed himself. Though he does make a point of saying that his daughter will hunt Heartless to the ends of the earth as revenge. And you know, if an old sea dog says it, then it must be true. Heartless is also still working with Tony Zuko, the mobster who had Dick's parents killed. Zuko had tried to raid the Hold and steal its treasure back in the original arc, but to everyone's surprise, when they actually get into the inner sanctum of the Hold, everything is gone. Their treasure, their big pirate ship, they've completely pulled up stakes. By the time Nightwing, Maggie Sawyer, and the rest of the Blüdhaven PD actually make the scene, Heartless and Zuko are long gone, leaving nothing but bodies in their wake. Dick tries to explain to Maggie everything he knows about the Hold and their connection to Blüdhaven, but in reality, even he doesn't know that much. The EMTs go out of their way to bag up Quartermaster's body and take him away. It's here that Oracle ends up phoning into Dick and says that those first responders actually don't have anything in the facial recognition network, meaning that those guys aren't real ambulance workers, they just stole a body, meaning that Nightwing is going to have to give chase to get it back. And indeed, we get treated to a very cool ambulance versus motorcycle chase, something we don't see all that much of, and also hats off to the design work for the Nightwing cycle. I like it, with his logo being so prominently displayed. A major fight breaks out between Nightwing and these fake EMTs. Dick admits that he actually has no idea who these guys are working for or why they would be so interested in stealing Quartermaster's body. Barbara is tracking this whole fight while it goes on, which means she's the first to realize that Dick and the ambulance are no longer on dry land, having driven into a giant tanker ship. Nightwing emerges from the battle victorious, only to find more agents of the Hold waiting for him, guns drawn. Now that's all pretty crazy, but what happens next is the real stinger. You see, as the comic comes to a close, the Hold's leader is revealed to be a woman named Captain Blood, aka B, Rick Grayson's old bar buddy. You know what? Okay, I did not see that one coming. And so that was Nightwing issue number 106, everybody, and I gotta say, they kick off this newest arc in great fashion. I really loved the idea of the Hold and these modern-day pirates that they introduced all the way back in that special little one-shot, and it's cool to see Tom Taylor build upon the story here while also building on some stuff from Dick's time as Rick Grayson, which he totally didn't have to. But you totally gotta appreciate the hustle. I also like the idea of Nightwing in this arc getting out of his comfort zone and having to be a seafaring hero. Lord knows, as a trained acrobat, a lot of what Nightwing does have a lot of Errol Flynn high-flying adventurer DNA already, so it all seems like fertile ground for a brand new story arc. There's also a pretty fun backup story in this one too, wherein Dick teams up with Cass and Steph, the Batgirls. Dick tries to teach Cass how to cook after she teaches him a cool new martial arts move, and then they fight a bunch of San Francisco leather bears. No, really. Overall, I'd give this issue another very strong 8 out of 10, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. here.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.